Here's a good example of somebody not doing checking the basics. Alternator is new, or it doesn't look that old. When checking the battery, sorry, I tore the company name off, so I tore this by accident. So battery test, good. Recharge, it's rated at 610 cold cranking amps, or sorry, 615. It's putting out 611. So at that point, I don't even know why it says needs to be charged. But anyways, I digress. Starter test, normal, 10 volts while cranking. Charging voltage is 12.65. The battery light in the dash is off. So all you need to do is confirm. Let's just go to digital view. You can see it better then. Come on. So first across the battery, you can see 12.5 volts. Then what I like to do is I go straight to the alternator, leaving it connected at the battery. You'll see better on your car, but all I'm doing is touching the battery post. 12.48, so it's pretty much the same as it reads over here. You can do a voltage drop across the positive. You can see 0.02, so that's good. If I leave the positive on the alternator and go to the alternator case, I have 14.2 volts. So if I go from battery negative to engine block, I'm probably going to see over a volt drop. There you go, 1.8 volts. Actually up to 2.75 when I initially connected it. So this car has a bad ground connection to the starter, or not to the starter, to the transmission or to the block. It needs a new ground cable or a loose connection. This connection's tight, that connection's tight. The one at the transmission is right here. It's tight. I can clean the nut, take the nut off and clean the connection, see if it makes a difference. So cable felt tight, but I think the when trying to wiggle the cable, it felt tight. But when I removed the nut, it felt somewhat loose. Oh yeah, look at how dirty this thing is. I'll take a picture of it so you can see. It definitely looks burnt. And even the nut, you can see the arcing that was happening here. Every time the starter activated, there was arcing happening here. And make sure that the bolt is tight, but what you want to also do is take it out so you can clean the head of it, because the nut was arcing, and obviously because of the arcing, the bolt's head is also compromised. Ideally, you want to use a new nut, but this will be okay. Don't worry about the grinding wheel. Your fingers will let you know when you're getting too close. Same idea. Ideally, you want to replace the bolt, but I think this will be okay. I even have a bolt. I'm going to put the other bolt in just in case somebody has a hissy fit. Good and tight. Maybe about 15-20 Newton meters, but good and tight, not too tight, just tight enough to be tight. What you can also do is use some battery corrosion protector. I like this stuff. You can see it foams up, and basically it leaves a it cleans and it leaves a protective film, and that way you don't get that corrosion happening on the battery posts. I'll do the other one as well, but let's just check the charging system. Battery light is on. Battery light is off. I can already tell that it cranked better. Positive, negative, 14.2 volts. And now we can do a voltage drop across the positive cable. We just go to the positive post on the alternator, and we have 0.03. 0.1 would be maximum allowable. It would still be okay. Well, actually, half a volt. No, not half a volt is too much. I think 300 millivolts. But so this is 3 millivolts, which is perfect. And we can do the same thing on the ground side. We could just attach voltmeter on the negative, and then we go anywhere on ground, and you can see that one's even better, 0.02. 14.3 is charging voltage. Let's just see what it is at the alternator. $14.36. So what the voltage drop does is the difference between here and here. So right now it's 14.3. There's 0.05, so 0.05, and then if you take 1435 minus 0.5, then you're going to get 1430 over here, and that's pretty much it, pretty close to 1430.